difficult, really, to change this.
Let me go back to...
There are so many things.
Yeah,
we don't have
understand.
enough time to go into
yes,
Child Rights Act.
We don't.
But I'm telling you, because
but
of religious conviction,
that's why
it will
some
be
of them are not
difficult
happening.
to domesticate the Child Rights Act.
I just
We
want
said it in the National Assembly. I said it even in the National Council of State when it was first introduced around 2003 as a governor. We objected very strongly to the Child Rights Act. And
so you're saying an objection to the Child Rights Act?
Virtually in all the northern states.
Yes.
It will be impossible to domesticate the Child Rights Act.
Let me ask you this.
You cannot remove.
Yes, sir.
You cannot even change the constitution.
Let me ask you this.
Let me land on.
Okay,
see, the constitution has allowed, the Sharia court, for example, to be there. And if you are bringing Child Rights Act, it means you are expunging that aspect of the constitution that allows Sharia court. And how will you change that?
Let me clarify.
It's an impossible thing to do.
Yes,
we cannot change the constitution without. No, we cannot change the constitution without getting 2/3 of the members of the National Assembly.
I understand that. Because of time, I need to ask you a few questions.
You cannot even do that unless if you get 2/3 of the total number of seats of the House of Assembly.
Absolutely.
So forget about the Child Rights Act.
Let me clarify something, because you're saying forget about the Child Rights, because another thing that can be done is that you can modify it, because you're talking about so I don't know if you even tried to do that, the modification of Child Rights Act, to look at different states and see what you can do. But let's talk about the fact that you said when a girl is once her body is matured, then she's ready to get married. We have had different studies carried out about the fact that, some of these girls, because they're still young, it affects them, medically, it affects them mentally. Do you mean that once a girl hits puberty, even if she's 12 or 11, because I've seen girls who hit puberty at 11 or 12, they're ready to get married and become, and get, into reproduction simply because they're...
I'm not talking about age. Factor is not important. What is important is puberty.
That's what I'm saying. Sometimes they get to puberty at 11 or 12.
You're imparting so much about
children.
age. No, you're imparting so much about age. What is important is puberty. Some girls can reach the age of puberty at 14, 15, for example.
What about the ones who get there at 11 or 12?
11. Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
This is interesting because what it means is
why don't you talk about more important issues?
No, they're very important issues. You're saying they're more important. This is a very important issue, because they're girls who have had to deal with this, and they need protection, especially the girl child.
Yeah.
Let's also talk about the VAP Act, which because what I'm seeing here is that it doesn't. Let me just ask the question. So it doesn't look like you are looking at bridging the gap and modifying. Like I said, what is the attempt to modify it so that it can suit your state, suit the Muslim community, but still protect the girl child? That attempt has not been made. That is another thing to point out. But let's talk about the VAP Act right now because of time. The VAP Act, the Violence Against Persons Act, 2015, that has also not been domesticated. Is it also a religious issue?
No.
So why hasn't that been domesticated?
Violence of any type in the home is not allowed. And it is criminal even to beat your wife. So if she reports you to the police, you can be punished according to the law of the land. Islam does not, allow maltreatment of women. Woman is supposed to be adored. She's supposed to be treated properly and decently. So that one, there is no problem whatsoever.
So why hasn't Kebbi State domesticated it? Because Kebbi are still not domesticated that either. It's one of the numerous states.
I'm not sure, because I left by the time that the thing was adopted. I left the office of the governor, so I'm not...
Yes, yeah, I mean, but you're still a senator representing Kebbi Central, and I'm telling you now that it has not been domesticated in Kebbi State. So is that something that you, as a senator representing Kebbi Central, can do, concerning that?
Yeah, we will look at it. No problem.
And would you protect the girl child, sir?
Definitely.
Because what you're saying about the Child Rights Act, so going back to that, it's not protecting the girl
Let me tell you, there are many things you can do to improve the standard of living for girl child. As a governor, I introduced quite a number of things that protect, girl child. I constructed about 5 schools that are meant for girls only, and they are